You might be looking at the subcompact SUV King. This isn't the Kia Soul, this is the Hyundai Venue. Starting at $17,350 for the SE model, the Hyundai Venue is the cheapest subcompact SUV you can buy today. And in this video, I'll tell you my personal likes and dislikes about the Hyundai Venue so that you could get a better idea before you visit the dealership. Take it out for a test drive and before you buy. And the one that I'm sitting in is the Hyundai Venue Denim Edition, which means that this is basically the fully loaded version of the Hyundai Venue, and it has a starting price just a little over $22,000. So what is it like to drive? Well, the thing that I like most about this SUV is the handling. Now, I'm a big fan of lightweight cars, and this subcompact SUV is just around 2,600 to 2,700 pounds. Hyundai basically took their smallest car, the Hyundai Accent, and they jacked it up a little bit, gave it a tall roof and a back hatch, but it still maintains that fun and lightweight nature of the small sedan. The ride quality, however, isn't very good. The back end has a torsion beam rear suspension, which means that it results in a fairly jarring ride. Now, don't get me wrong, the Hyundai Venue is perfectly suitable for very smooth surfaces, but anytime you go over potholes or expansion joints on the highway, you're gonna feel and hear how cheap the rear suspension really is. I also don't like the gutless acceleration. This only has a 1.6 liter naturally aspirated engine that makes 121 horsepower and 113 pound-feet of torque. But that's in line with all other subcompact crossovers of this size. If you plan on taking your friends and their gear along, it's not going to perform very nicely. And if you're trying to merge on the highway, you better have some pretty good patience. But this isn't a sports car, and you weren't expecting one. You're probably expecting something that will be a good daily driver, has a lot of safety features and decent tech, is somewhat cheap to operate, and hopefully be reliable long enough to last you a long time. Judging by those parameters, the Hyundai Venue is really not that bad at all. Let's start with technology. The centerpiece of the interior is this 8-inch touchscreen, which looks like an actual tablet that they've glued on here. You know, usually if you get the cheaper model of a trim, you normally get the smaller screen and they make you upgrade to get the larger screen, but that's not the case in the Hyundai Venue. The bonus with the Denim Edition is that the 8-inch touchscreen now comes in with a built-in GPS system. I like the Hyundai user interface. I think it's very simple and straightforward. I personally own two Hyundais myself, and they haven't really changed the look and feel of the UX for several years. This comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and if you want to use that, you could plug in via the middle USB here. It's also nice that they've provided a second USB port just for charging right next to it. Looking down here, you'll find the drive mode dial, and for the Denim Edition, you could change between normal, sport, and snow modes. Now, for snow, that just changes the traction control on the front wheels. Now, this is not an all-wheel drive vehicle. This is only front-wheel drive, and a lot of these subcompact crossovers only come with front-wheel drive. Turning the dial to sport mode basically just changes the shift profiles of Hyundai's IVT. That's their intelligent variable transmission. It's basically a CVT that you find in any other cars. And beside the drive mode dial, you'll find the heated seat buttons for the front seats. And these do a really good job at heating the seats, which is upholstered with a cloth and faux leather surface. And I actually like these seats a lot, considering the price that you pay for the vehicle, because I've sat in more expensive budget vehicles which have much worse seating. I think the Hyundai Venue have done a really good job with their seats here. And up here you'll find the HVAC controls, which are super simple but looks really well done. 2 knobs and 1 display. This is a single zone automatic temperature control, so the left knob changes the temperature and the right changes the fan speed. As for the steering wheel, this is the same layout that you'll find in all Hyundais. Infotainment controls on the 9 o'clock side and instrument cluster controls on the 3 o'clock side. Normally you'll find the adaptive cruise control settings in here, but the Venue does not come with that feature. It does, however, come with a decent amount of safety features like forward collision avoidance assist with pedestrian detection and lane keeping assist. And I also like that it comes with standard blind spot monitoring system and also rear cross traffic alert on the Denim Edition. As for the second row, it gets a bit less pleasing back here. There's no center armrest, and there's also no extra cup holders, only ones on the door. Leg and headroom is not bad given the overall size of the Venue, and the back seat also offers a 60-40 split. So, lots of good safety tech, decent infotainment system, okay ergonomics. Is it cheap to operate? The mileage on the Venue gets 30 city, 34 highway, and 32 combined, and this takes regular gas. So, it's not the greatest mileage, but it's about average for subcompact crossovers. But I do like that you don't have to be very careful with the gas pedal to achieve these mileage numbers. The Hyundai Venue becomes even more economical considering that all new Hyundais now come with a complimentary 3-year, 36,000-mile free maintenance, and that's on top of their already industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. So while I can't speak to the long-term reliability of the engine, the transmission, and the rest of the drivetrain, it is nice to have that peace of mind there just in case something does go wrong. So do I recommend the Venue? Depends on what you'll use it for. If you're looking for a good daily driver that has more utility than a small sedan, then yeah, this is absolutely perfect. Having the back hatch gives you a lot more room to transport stuff. If you navigate around cities and other urban areas, then this is the perfect subcompact crossover because the small size of the Hyundai Venue means that it's very easy to park this in and out of tight spaces. Hyundai marketed the Venue as a urban compact SUV, and in those areas, this feels right at home. If you need all-wheel drive, then you should look elsewhere at other brands. If you want to stick with Hyundai, you need to look at their slightly bigger sibling, the Hyundai Kona. They have that as an option. If you do a lot of long road trips or if you have a very long commute to work, then the Hyundai Venue might not be the best choice because this doesn't have adaptive cruise control, and having that option makes those long and boring road trips a much more convenient task. So if you've made it this far, I want to thank you so much for your attention. If you don't mind, please do a couple more things. If you found this video somewhat helpful, please consider hitting that like button down below, hitting that subscribe, and also hitting that notification bell so that you can get notified anytime we make a new video. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Shifting Lanes channel. We review new cars just like this 2020 Hyundai Venue, and we also have lots of project cars. So if you're interested in any of that, please consider subscribing. I'm going to wrap up the video right here. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you dislike the 2020 Hyundai Venue? Is this the new subcompact crossover king? Please let me know down below. I'm going to wrap it up right there. My name is Hanson. This has been the Hyundai Venue, and I'll see you next time.